Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to FTB Interactions. So, since last episode, I have been fairly busy around the base. I have been building and expanding out the rooftop and figuring out where certain rooms are going to be placed. Also, I did a bit of mining, and everything has been ran through the system. Overall, it's worked pretty well. The main thing is whenever new dust and stuff come up, I have to manually input them into the memory chest, but that's not a big deal because that's only for so long, and then eventually it's going to be all set. And then I've also noticed sometimes whenever I'm logged off, it'll run, a few thousand ingots or something, but eventually it does put dust in here, even though it's set to put it in the memory chest, and it only seems to happen when I'm offline, so I'm not for sure about that. That may get fixed soon enough whenever we get weirding gadgets set up. So we'll probably start setting those up before too long. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a chunk loading issue or what it is, but anyways, it has ran through everything, and you can see we have 2,825 tin, 1,165 nickel, 400 copper, 791 gold, 3,088 iron. We have 250 zinc. And then over here, as far as redstone goes, we have 3,098 redstone. And then 1,258 cinnabar, 1,159 rare earth. So, you can see materials really aren't a concern at this point. I don't have a lot of some of these things, like copper. I need to go mine copper. I didn't have a lot of copper to run through the system. And I need to go mine... lead. Lead is one. I don't have any lead. I need to go mine silver. I need to go mine some of these things, but once you mine for, 10, 15 minutes, you have thousands of ingots, so it's going to be a while before we have to worry about those at this point. And you can see I did start putting in some of the floor. There's going to be a different block that runs through here. I'm just debating on a couple different blocks to go there, but the base is starting to shape up in a way that I'm happy with. Of course, there's going to be a door that goes there. Let's see. Let's pop up here real quick. And if we go through... actually, let me pop over to this other side. This room over here will work in before too long. This is going to be one of our deep mob learning rooms. So we will start working in here. And I'm actually starting to get to where I'm deciding where... exactly what rooms things are going to start going into. And of course there's going to be another room on this side. Up over here, which right now it is very blocky. That's I'm putting everything in and figuring out where, basically the general shape of it, and then we'll work on the outside, because the outside is very ugly at the moment, which we're going to take a look at some of that. But over here, this area, actually, there's a lot of cobble in here. That's because I changed my mind on this area, and it's actually going to come out to here, and there's going to be a little walkway that connects into this room from here as well, and then it's going to be kind of open. I'm actually going to kind of shape this area up and then fill this area in. And we're actually going to be working in this area today. I was actually debating on a couple different things that we were going to be doing this episode, and I decided that we're gonna start into that signature bouncing back and forth between tech and magic that we tend to hit at some point in packs where you have a nice balance of tech and magic that you want to be doing. And I'm kind of torn in moving into MV stuff and moving into cyberware and some mods like that, as well as moving into magic, because we're at the point now where we can start moving into more Britannia and automating our mana system, moving into Thaumcraft, moving into Astral Sorcery, moving into Blood Magic, moving into Deep Mob Learning, which I'm counting Deep Mob Learning as a magic mod only because it's in here. I consider it more of a tech mod, but it's in the magic section, so we're going to be tackling that this episode. A little bit of Deep Mob Learning for us. And actually over here, and I'll show you, the outside of the base, very blocky at the moment, but like I said, it's going to get shaped up. So you can see the back end here, and this is actually coming out for a reason. But the back end here, very, very blocky, but actually right in here it's going to come out kind of circular a little bit. And so I'll shape up this section up through here as I do that. So, and then of course we're going to add detail all throughout this. It's not just going to be ism blocks. But actually what slowed me down for building, which I do have a bit of clearing to do. We're going to be automating stone here soon, but I'm actually just about out of stone. Like, I'm reaching a very low point in stone. I have 40 smooth stone. So we're going to be automating that before too long, but right now it's not a big issue because whenever I run out of stone, which I just recently started running out of stone, but I have a lot of clearing still to do in these lower sections. So I've just been clearing a little bit. So anyways, today, like I said, we're going to start getting into deep mob learning. And there was an update to the pack since last episode, which I'll just briefly talk about. For starters, the recipe to make the... no, it's under party equipment. The recipe to make the advanced, the holding 4 bags has been removed. And the quest was removed as well. And there were some quests here. I don't remember these being here, but there's a quest here that talks about getting better materials for your stuff. We're going to go ahead and mark that off. And then it talks about thaumium, terrasteel, and draconium, which of course right now we're making everything out of thaumium. So I haven't made a thaumium hammer. At least I don't think I have. I'll probably make one at some point. It's just not really a rush because I actually don't find myself using the hammers too often. But, I mean, then again, mining in this pack, not a big thing. I mean, yeah, you mine a little bit, but you mine a little bit and then you have a lot of metals. So, and just really quickly, a note. Next episode, we're going to be doing some miscellaneous tech stuff. Like I said, we're going to start bouncing between magic and tech, magic and tech, magic and tech. And I think next episode, what we're going to be doing is, of course, we're going to be setting up the blast furnace. We're going to be upgrading some turbines with that, and we're going to be shifting that and setting it up for automation. And we'll also have it for manual use, but of course, eventually we're going to build more of those. But it's mainly going to be set up for processing aluminum. And we're also going to be automating some stuff. At long last, it's time to start automating. So what we're going to be, one of the things in particular that we're going to be automating next episode is liquid rubber. We're going to be fully automating that. Minus, we have to mine for sulfur, but I've got a lot of sulfur. So, but we're going to be automating the processing of the sulfur and then setting it up so we have automatic liquid rubber, which is going to make our lives a whole lot easier with further advancement stuff. So, and then we'll probably be automating circuits, doing some stuff with the assembler and things like that. So, but anyways, this episode, I wanted to work on deep mob learning. And so what we're going to be doing, because we need to start this because it's going to be a little bit of a grind for things that we need to do, because we're going to be, before too long, we're going to be approaching the point where we need peace candles for our base before we go into space. And I want to go ahead and get started on that grind. And I think the grindiest part is, and it's not really all that grindy necessarily, but sort of. And I think the biggest part is getting the glitch hearts. Because we're going to have to get into Thaumcraft as well, Thaumcraft Infusion, and get some stabilization going, but it's really not all that difficult. Thaumcraft's a little bit different now than when we covered it on Enigmatica, but it's not all that much different. Just the infusion process is, infusion stabilization is a little bit different, but we'll talk about that probably in the next Magic episode or the one after or whatever. But anyways, on to Deep Mob Learning. Let's go ahead and pull this up. And if you take a look here, the first quest here is to make a trial key. We're actually going to be making a few of these. It's important that we make a few of these. So we're going to need soot-covered redstone. We're going to need diamond rods. We're going to need steel rings. And we're going to need aluminum nuggets. And if I recall, we're going to have to get the extruder up and going before long, because then I can make 4 steel rings per steel ingot. But we don't have the extruder at the moment. We're still going to be sticking with the lathe method. That's fine because steel is super cheap, practically free. So I'm going to get 4 steel ingots, and then let's get 8 diamonds. These 8 diamonds are going to have to get ran through the lathe as well. So let's go ahead and fire that up, get that making our diamond rods for us, and then we're going to need aluminum nuggets. So I'm going to grab 2 ingots of that, break that down into nuggets. There we go. And then we're going to need some soot-covered redstone. And let's see, we're going to be going for... I'm going to need a half stack of redstone. Let's see how the lathe's doing. There we go. There's our 16 diamond rods. We'll go ahead and get our steel running through. And let's start changing this stuff over. There we go. There's 32 soot-covered redstone. I need to make sure I've got my resonating wand on me. I do. And of course, the sun's starting to come up. What timing? What timing is this? Let's go ahead and... Which it may still be craftable even though it's going to be daytime. We'll see. Because it seems like the area we're in has decent starlight even during the day, so... which is a good sign. I'm not for sure if there is a star field around here. We're going to be making a phosic resonator before long and see if we can find it. So, go. There's our 8 steel rings. And we should be good to get these crafting. So, one thing I want to address just really, really quickly. Because, you know, in Enigmatica, we were planning on doing our Astral Sorcery area underground. And I had a lot of questions regarding that. And I'm not 100% sure if in this series we're going to be doing an underground or not. I haven't decided. Because we're kind of living up in the sky. Like up in the, not the sky, but up on a mountain. And we're going to have some stuff coming together here soon. Involving this long line of cobblestone. Which is going to kind of, we're kind of reaching that point where the base is going to start coming together. And I think the build will start making sense a bit more here soon. So, but one thing I want to address right here. If I place cobblestone over this, you can see the starlight drains in this to nothing. Okay. But if I remove that, I still have a block above it. You can see there's architecture craft block up there, but you can see the starlight goes back up. Stuff like architecture craft and chisels and bits, and I'm sure little tiles the same way. Anything that doesn't count as a full block can cover your starlight crafting altar. So that's how you can build it underground. And then, of course, you have to use crystals, collector crystals, to boost it when you're that low, especially like deep, deep underground. But you know, you can have blocks above it and kind of make it look like it's just sitting underground. But, yeah. I will say that our build in Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles, which we'll be getting started on here soon, it'll be inside of a building. Kind of the same idea as what I was planning on doing with Enigmatica, but, you know, a little bit different because it won't be as deep underground, but it'll still be... It won't be elevated. So, okay, so it looks like we can make this during the day. So I'm not sure how many of these it's going to make in a single craft. But we will find out. It looks like just one. Just one per craft. Okay, so give me just a little bit. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to craft these one at a time until we get all 8 of these crafted up. Okay, I got our 8 trial keys crafted. And for right now, I'm just going to stick these into here. We're going to need those here in just a minute. And then let's go ahead and grab our Deep Learner. It doesn't have any modules in there. Let's pull up our Deep Mob Learning. And we're going to make a few blank data modules. Which these take the mana steel screws. You know, we looked at these before. We couldn't make them at the time. Now we can make them. So we're going to go ahead and make 4 of these. And they're going to take iron plates. Okay, and I think I'm going to go ahead and make, for right now, I'm going to go ahead and make 4 blank data modules. So give me just a minute here to get this stuff together. And I will be right back. Okay, there we go. And I actually love making these mana steel screws, because I made 16 mana steel screws with 2 ingots, because you go lathe, cutting machine, lathe, and you get your screws that way, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. So, okay, so we've got that stuff. Let's actually pop down here, in fact, and we'll get our 4 blank data modules. And what we're going to do, we're going to attune all 4 of these so we can have 4 running on our Deep Mob Learner at the same time. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with 1 zombie. Zombie is a common creature. Also skeletons, this one would be really useful to have because once we get it attuned really high, skeleton trials are going to be pretty simple because they can't really do anything because we reflect all their arrows back at them. Though, truth be told, most of these are going to be fairly easy. The only concern, I think, right now is going to be basically whenever you do these trials, there can be like these effects. I can't remember what they're called, modifiers or something like that. Oh, what are they called? I can't remember. Affixes. Okay, and they're kind of like, if you've ever played, well, actually, they're kind of like the Infernal Mobs affixes that can come up. Or if you ever played Borderlands, which the new Borderlands comes out before long, and I'm super excited. Just a little side note. I've got so many actual, like, AAA games coming out this year because Borderlands will be coming out before too long, which we are going to be picking that up and playing it because I'm super excited for it. And then, of course, later on in the year, November, Sword and Shield, Pokemon Sword and Shield come out, which I'm super excited about. Super, super excited about. So I'm looking forward to those. But anyways, there is an affix that can come up where blazes can spawn in the arena. And because this pack has that horrible blazes explode and destroy things thing going on, I'm going to have to wait and see how that plays out because things might get pretty nasty. So anyways, zombies, skeletons. I also want to do wither skeletons. So let me grab one of those. And then I've got another slot, and it's no use doing like the thermal or much of these that I'm not going to encounter a lot of. I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to go with, let's see, maybe we'll load up Enderman. Because I encounter those from time to time, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and start leveling one of those. So, anyways, let's go ahead. There's a zombie. Guess I could do this. There's skeleton, wither skeleton, and Enderman. Okay, I'm not going to worry about another blaze one. We've got that one blaze one set up, the agonizer, and I'm not going to worry about that for now. So we're going to go ahead and load these four. You can see we can tab through. It talks about them a little bit, and it tells us our tier. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and hold this just so we can see. Let me get, let's see, it's daytime. I wonder actually if I should, let me see something here. If we take a look at the trial keys, how many zombies give 3 corrupted glitch hearts? Whereas, like, wither skeletons give 5, which I would love to get. That's from the self-aware tier. Witches give 6. Witches wouldn't be bad to attune to either, actually. Out of curiosity, the alchemical matter infuser, all it gives is witch hats. I think what we're going to do, the dungeons are just monstrous spawn areas now. Especially after having gone to the nether, they spawn all kinds of stuff. So right over here, this would be a good place to get definitely zombies, skeletons, and endermen. And I want to go farm up wither skeletons, but I'll do that off camera, just in our little spawner, and just go hang out there sometime. But what I want to do is, and the trial keys, we're going to be using those here in a minute, I promise. I just want to go ahead and get those crafted up. And we still have to make a keystone, but I've got seven keys available for us to use. Okay, it looks like I've got some torches placed down there, I hope. Because I forgot to bring any torches with me. Yeah, there we go. Alright, what we're going to do is, this is the dungeon, that forest dungeon that I cleared out a bit back. Would you guys stop this? Alright, we're just going to start killing mobs. For a minute. There's an enderman. They're actually very, very common to come across. The only thing is you have to get the killing blow with like your sword, and this sword tends to burn them, so that's no good. But that's okay. Okay, and you could see our zombie one. We just need one more kill to get that one leveled up. And these are great to carry around with you. There we go. Basic tier. These are great to carry around with you whenever you're doing like dungeons. Like, especially if you're going through like an overworld dungeon, let's say. And you're clearing it out. Especially for the first time. Because when you're first going through these, after having gone to the nether, these things are packed with mobs. There we go. Now we're a basic tier on skeleton. That's awesome. Now at this point, what you could do, and I'm gonna maybe tier these up like one more tier. It's only 12 kills, which isn't terrible. There are ways to make it easier, especially later on, which we'll talk about those. But one of those is to go ahead and start doing your trials, which I'm going to go ahead and get at least the zombie up to a tier 2, I think. Zombie or skeleton, whichever one comes first. Those two are going to be pretty easy, especially if we throw on like our regen 2. There's not much that can even like deal damage to us with regen 2 up. So, but eventually I want to get max tiers of all of these. And then later on they're going to be super useful once we get into the simulation chambers. And there we go. We now have an advanced tier zombie. Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do, here comes a zombie. Let's go ahead and pull out a keystone. And let's kill this zombie. There we go. Trial key was attuned to zombie. And that's what we want to see. How many zombies? I need 26 to reach the next tier. Okay, we're not going to do that just yet then. That's advanced with regen party is what it has. Okay. I need maybe another 2 zombies, I think. So what we want to do is we want to get ourselves... Thanks for that. I wouldn't mind getting some skeletons. Now you can do this at the basic tier, what I'm going to show you, but I don't know if he'll count. I think he will, but I'm just going to kill him. There we go. There we go. They were both attuned. Basically, you just want to make sure that your deep learner has what did we get? Blaze invaders. And then we got knockback immunity. That's actually kind of nice. And what we're going to do, let's see, we need 4 skeletons to hit advanced. Okay. And we didn't get that count on that Enderman kill, so that didn't count for us. That's fine. Okay, so what we're going to do, we need to make one more thing before we get started, and that is the trial keystone. This takes 5 stone. We need a soot-covered machine chassis. We need a trial key, just an empty one, and then we need 2 diamonds. So give me just a second while I get this stuff together, and I will be right back. Okay, so let's go ahead and take one of our trial keys, and let's make our trial keystone. There we go. Okay, so what this thing does, this is basically where we initiate trials. This is the block that initiates trials. So let's pop up here to where the battle arena is going to be. I'm going to have to set up a little quick access to that floor. So, and hopefully it works okay. Like, basically you have to have a 15 by 15 by, I don't know, I think it's like 10 tall? I don't know, it's been a while since I originally messed with this, but you need like a clear area. I'm not for sure if torches are going to interfere. Which there won't, long term there won't be torches there, I guess. But we'll see. So anyways, let's take our key. And we're going to go with the knockback immunity first. And these are all advanced. Now, like I said, you could do basics. Because it's going to spawn waves of zombies in this case. And it is going to count towards our deep learner. And then we can use zombies from that to attune more trial keys as we progress. So, but let's go ahead and attempt this. I'm not for sure if it's going to be okay with slabs and things like that, but we're going to find out. So I think we're good. I don't think I need regen 2 for this. Well, no, I think we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and we're going to, something is blocking the trial area. We're going to see if the slab will work. I'm also not sure if snow is going to block it. But I'm going to pull up the snow that's in here. And we're going to see if the slabs work. If not, I'll have to come back through with full blocks and change this out. But, yeah. It's not working. Okay. So here's what we're going to do then. We're going to pull this up for right now until I can get all this stuff changed over. And we're going to take this, elsewhere for the time being. Okay, I've came a little ways out. This isn't my magical forest. This is another magical forest. It's about, I don't know, maybe 600 blocks or something. Like over there's our base. We're way over here. So let's go ahead and take our trial key. And let me dump a couple things. Let me go ahead and turn on the auto collect for this one. And this is the knockback immunity. Let's go ahead and insert our trial key. And you can see it's 4 waves. It's an advanced tier. We're going to get 5 pristine zombie matter. And you can see the affixes there. We're going to go ahead and say start trial. And it's going to start spawning zombies. And these zombies have knockback immunity. So I think we got a lag spike. Got a crash. Okay. Not for sure if this is going to fail our trial failed. All participants have died or left the arena. Man. Okay. That's not really an ideal way to start it off. Let's go ahead and do the regen party then. So we'll go ahead. Let's try this again. Alright, so start trial. And this is all from the first wave. Which, what regen party does, there's a chance regen can, like, randomly be dropped onto the field. So, and if I recall, it can affect you as well. Oh, it's a zombie king. That's why we had so many little babies. There we go. And here we go, on to wave 2. We have 5 zombies to kill in this wave. That's the regen drop. Which, I think it can affect me, but I've already got constant regen. I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter because we kill them so fast. And we're now up to superior tier zombie spawner, or zombie data module. Which I'm going to go ahead and grab a trial key out. Trial key was attuned to zombie. Okay, so this is a superior. Oh, and this one has empowered glitches. We haven't seen a glitch yet. We haven't seen one show up here, so. But you can see, after a certain point, and I tend to like waiting until, good job, collect your reward from the keystone. There we go. We got 5 pristine zombie matter. So not terribly useful to us at the moment. I mean, that's 5 stacks of rotten flesh, so we're not going to be running out of rotten flesh anytime soon. But and you can see that this thing does emit light, and it's actually a fairly large radius. I might actually consider, though, lighting up these corners, maybe. There we go. So now we have a fully lit little area. Okay, so we have a trial key for superior zombies with empowered glitches and knockback immunity. Which glitches, hopefully we'll encounter one during this next trial. So we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. So there's 5 waves, and we get 12 pristine zombie matter from this one. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. But you can see it's not really worth hunting down zombies at this point. You might as well just make trial keys and fight zombies that way if you want to level your deep mob learning stuff. And you... Okay, we need 31 to reach. I think the next tier after superior, I think, is the last one, if I recall. I could be wrong, though. Is that a zombie king? Yeah, that's a zombie king there. There we go. 21 to go. Okay, I may want to get another trial key here in just a moment. Yeah, let me, there we go. Because we still need 15 zombies, so... Regen party and knockback immunity is on my next one. Alright, we got 10 zombies to kill in this one. But during the next trial, we should be able to get up to max tier. I think after superior is max, so... You can see getting all these zombie kills doesn't take too long. I would just suggest you go ahead... Like I said, you can do it at basic if you want. And go ahead and start making trial keys, but... Kind of a waste, I think. Since advanced is pretty quick to get to, and you can just go through one of the dungeons. They tend to be filled with mobs. There we go. And we can see we now have 17 pristine zombie matter. So, yay. Yeah, superior's 12. Self-aware is the highest tier. So that'll be the next one. That's when we automatically, even if no glitches spawn, we start getting glitch hearts just as a default reward. Which is great. It's very, very good. So, I need 2 zombies. Really? Yeah, that's fine. We'll go ahead and do another set. Of course, husks don't count, so... There we go, self-aware, and... we got our top tier zombie. I went ahead and tuned both of those keys that were left, and we'll see what we got. These are pretty quick, actually. I still got to do a Blaze Invaders one from the advanced tier. We'll do that here in a minute. Still no glitches spawning. Which it's all just chance. Usually they're pretty rare until you get glitch alert. Deal with it before it becomes a problem. There we go. We wiped that out in one hit. Awesome. That's what a glitch is. And basically what they do is they'll fire projectiles at you. So you kind of want to watch out for those. And I got 3 corrupted glitch hearts from that one. So not bad. But see, if we can get a nice, like, Enderman or Wither Skeleton one leveled up, we'll, like, default, just for doing a trial, even if no glitches spawn, we'll get, like, 5 glitch hearts or something. But honestly, the zombie one, it's so easy. Especially considering our armor automatically repairs. We have constant regen. And it's not too big of an issue. So, but I do suggest that you have some kind of a regen because the glitches will afflict you with wither, if I recall, whenever they attack you. So they shoot projectiles and give you nice withering effect. Okay, so trial key, self-aware. We have loot hoarders, Thunderdome, and speed. And then on this other one we have empowered glitches, knockback immunity, and blaze invaders. So now we'll talk about the affixes and what all they do, because I think there's only 6, and I think we've got all 6 of them across these two. So empowered glitches, the glitches are stronger, basically. They do more damage and all that stuff. Knockback immunity, of course, they can't be knocked back. Blaze invaders can randomly spawn blazes during the fight. Loot hoarders, you're going to get a lot of, I think it's, in this case, I think it would be baby zombies, right? But they do carry... They're a little bit tougher, but they carry extra loot, if I recall. So they'll drop more stuff. Thunderdome is going to be lightning strikes. Lots of lightning strikes that are going to be coming down on us. And then speed, stuff moves faster. Okay, so we're going to start with the loot hoarders one, I guess. Or do we want to go ahead and do the... Let's do the blaze invaders. Just get this thing out of our inventory. So... It's only an advanced tier, so it should be pretty quick and easy and painless. I'm just hoping that the blazes don't blow everything off the... Like, blow everything up. Because I feel like having that enabled to where you can get blaze invaders, and then having the blazes explode is kind of terrible. We're about to find out. Yeah, see, they can blow holes in everything. Of course, that is just dirt, to be fair, so... It's still something I'm going to have to watch out for and plan for, I guess. But yeah, it seems like it's only blowing up the dirt, so I don't think that their blast is all that strong. So if I had just done it all out of cobblestone, we'd probably be okay. But I need to make sure no blazes fall into that. But okay, so let's do our very first self-aware level trial key. So we'll go ahead and just drop that into there. You can see our rewards. We're going to get 18 pristine zombie matter, and we're going to get 3 corrupted glitch hearts just for clearing the trial. Plus whatever glitches spawn. Now you can see we have 7 waves that we're going to be going through. So fun times ahead. Let's go ahead and start it up. We have 4 mobs. Of course, it's going to start snowing on us. And hopefully snow doesn't fall in and mess this up. I don't think it would. But another thing to note is flight is disabled during these, if I recall. Unless it's been changed. So there is some really good armor. It's gated a little bit in this pack, so we're not going to be able to make it very soon. Somewhat soon, maybe. But no, actually, I think it's pretty much in-game, if I recall. But it gives you, like, flight and some other stuff. But right now, the main thing we're working towards is just building up some glitch hearts, because we're going to be making some peace candles before long. So, I'm surprised we're not getting more glitches spawning. Okay, so we're moving into wave 4 now. Yeah, there's a loot zombie. You can see it looks like he has an emerald block on him. He dropped an emerald ore. And it's the Minecraft version too, so it's not the Greg Tech version. So very, very interesting. So there's 10 zombies in this wave. And you can see, like, if you wanted to... there's another loot hoarder. And a witch, randomly. Glitch alert. And I guess, technically, I suppose you could probably just kite the mobs, maybe? And get glitches to spawn that way. Because I think it's random. You know, whenever they spawn. We might try that here in a second. Maybe I'll leave like one zombie or something. I know the higher the wave, the higher chance that a glitch has to spawn, so... Alright. Okay, so there's just one left now. Oh, he's gonna die, though. Nope! He has just a little bit of health left. So if I kite him around... Will a glitch spawn by chance? I'm gonna guess maybe not. It's probably just faster to go ahead and clear them as fast as you can. And then, oh, there's 20 mobs in this one. Wonderful. Should probably try to kill these a bit faster. That way they don't start swarming us. Because we're going to get 3 glitch hearts at the end regardless, so... And you can see there's lots of lightning strikes, but... Glitch alert! Ah! You're dead! I was lucky that he spawned up close to me right there, though. Another emerald block munchkin there. I've got like constant effect hunger going on. There we go! Glitch hearts, glitch hearts. Okay, so we are up to 13 corrupted glitch hearts. Awesome. And you can see what we're farming these up for is this right here, peace candles. But each peace candle only takes 1 corrupted glitch heart. The black tallow candles, of course, fairly easy to make. Barrier stones, we have tons of those. The severance reagents are actually fairly cheap. We are going to have to... Well, we can do that. That's actually super cheap. So, yeah. And then we're going to need that right there. We're going to have to work on wheel to be able to start making the severance reagents. So we got to do some blood magic. We got to do some Thaumcraft to start making our peace candles. Not all that much of either of them, really. But a little bit. A little bit. So let's go ahead and do this one. We have Empowered Glitches, Knockback Immunity, and Blaze Invaders. So something's blocking the trial area. Is it seriously the snow? Yeah. So snow blocks it. So just a forewarning. Let's go ahead and do this. And then of course if you're afraid you're gonna die, you can always just jump out of the arena. You know? But one thing to note is you can, if you start getting into, say, Botania, you could always set up flowers down beneath you that would just kill off the mobs or cause them to fight each other. Stuff like that will work. So, you can tweak up the arenas if you so desire. I still wish you could, like, still wish that pack makers could make, like, custom trials or custom, you know, mobs and stuff, because the mod's a little bit more techy than I wanted for the pack I'm working on, but honestly, if you could have done like custom mob types and stuff, then I totally would have used it because it would have been awesome. But just the default mob types, it's not that exciting, I guess. But glitch alert! You can see that one took 2 hits. That empowered effect. I'm not sure if he drops more loot, though. Not really. He looked like he still dropped just 3 hearts, so. But we're building up a decent amount, because if we clear this trial, there's 18 minimum glitch hearts. So technically 18 peace candles that we could make. Oh, you can see I got some wither effect going on. Yeah, that one only dropped 1 because the fire got him. I should maybe try to get the fire off the sword. But then again, I guess it doesn't really matter because glitch hearts, once you get up to where you're doing these like max tier ones, glitch hearts aren't really expensive. And then before long, we'll actually set up an arena. That little arena that I was setting up, it's eventually going to be set up so that we can semi-automate this. So we'll still have to stand inside of it because there has to be a player in here. But actually, I wonder if you could spawn glitches. Like if you captured them, maybe? If you could do that. And just spawn them like from like industrial foregoing or, you know, whatever. I don't know if not for sure if that would work or not. I'll have to test it. There we go. So we have a total of 70 pristine zombie matters, and we have 20 corrupted glitch hearts. Not bad. Not bad at all for our first foray into deep mob learning. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I'm probably not going to be doing any more trials until I have the actual area set up. Let's warp home. I still hate that one trial failed, but I guess it doesn't really matter because it was like a bottom tier. At least it was a bottom tier and not one of the good ones. But okay, so we've got 20 glitch hearts. Yay. Okay, and one thing I want to talk about just really, really quickly. There was also the simulation chamber. We're going to be getting into that before too long. But there is this armor and stuff. It's gated in this pack to be pretty light because you need nether star plates, you need tungsten steel screws, which really we could start getting into that before too long, I should think. Because that's just, yeah. And tungsten steel is vacuum freezer, hot tungsten steel, which is steel and tungsten, through the blast furnace at 480 EU per tick. So we're not too far from being able to make that. I still remember making that on Infotech because I had a little semi-auto setup for that. But anyways, that stuff, we could start, before too long, we could make the helmet, which is actually an upgrade to the diamond. Slightly, the legs are actually quite a bit better because it's 3 and 8 compared to 2 and 6. So, but it's the chest piece that needs the improved nether star, which we need radon and nether stars to make that. But once you get the full set of these, you get an 18% chance to drop 2 pristine matter when a data model gains data, and flight and immunity against fall damage, which is pretty nice. And then there's a sword here that's actually super powerful. This thing gets stronger the more data that you collect. It says the data gained from the demise of a mob is doubled. When data is gained, there is also a small chance that the sword will get a permanent damage increase. You can see it goes up to 18. It ends up becoming like a 28 damage attack sword. So, plus if I recall, it's enchantable. All this is enchantable. So, very, very powerful stuff, but the sword and the chest piece, you do need those improved nether stars for. To make the actual ingots, I'm going to go ahead and make some. I don't think the unstable glitch fragments are used for anything except for the ingot. But our quests, if we want to finish out the quest for this section, we need to get... oh, wait, I haven't actually held it. There we go. That quest is done. I don't think we get any rewards for this stuff. No. What we need to do is let's grab ourselves a piece of obsidian. We'll just set this up. Well, that'll be fun. And we take our corrupted glitch heart and just left click. And we're going to get some unstable glitch fragments. So there we go. Quest completed. And then we need to take this and we need to take some gold, and then we have to take some lapis. I'm going to go ahead and make 3 of these, because the fragments don't serve any purpose except for just making the ingots. So, and then I need a bit of water. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and throw in, I'm thinking I can do 3 of these at a time. Throw those into there. There we go. Pow. And that. So it's 1 gold, 1 lapis, 1 fragment per ingot. So basically every one of these glitch hearts you can make 3 ingots. So they're not all that expensive. And the ingots we will be using for some stuff. Aside from just the armor and weapon, we're also going to be using it to make the runic altar. Oh, we can actually make the creative model learner. But it's very, very light. And we can also make transposition reagents also. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, awesome. So, it's pretty much from here on out. The main thing we have to get into is the simulation chamber, which isn't all that difficult. Just at the moment, we actually don't really need mob drops, because I've done a few dungeons, and so we have lots of mob drops. You know, just in those few dungeons that we did. Anyways, I'm going to end out this episode here, because I know it's about wrapping up point. Next episode, we're going to be doing some automation within some stuff. Like I talked about earlier, we're going to get some rubber automated and probably some other stuff as well. I mean, rubber's going to be pretty quick, but we'll be doing some basic automation and getting some assemblers up and going so that we can start making easier circuits and just little things like that that's going to make our quality of life a whole lot easier as we move further and deeper into MV and more mods like cyberware and stuff like that. And then the following episode after that, we will be delving into either Thaumcraft or Blood Magic a bit more heavily. depending on which of the areas I get built out for us between now and then. So, and then it'll be pretty close. I don't know, sometime around then we'll have the servitor stuff coming up for the first servitor. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.